Hello and welcome back to vlog number 4 on the channel. Today I'm back up the farm pond. It's an absolutely gorgeous day, sweltering hot. I need to get this jumper off and get some sun cream on, and then I'm going to get some rods out. The plan initially was to fish on the bottom, however I've walked around onto this side of the lake and all I can see is fish gulping and feeding on the algae on the underside of the pads. There's about 3 or 4 sets of pads, little pads and big pads, and that's all I can hear, that's all I can see. I can also see a bit of fizzing further out into the middle and some silt that's been kicked up. So I'm gonna go with free lining to start with. I've got some bread for my sandwich and I've got some worms, and we'll just see how the day goes. I'm gonna get this jumper off and get some sun cream on and get rigged up. Okay, so turns out I haven't got any worms. I thought I'd put them in my bag. I must have left them in my barrow bag at home, but I've still got some bread and some fake dog biscuits, so we'll go with bread to start with, and then if not, maybe a double fake dog biscuit or double bit of floating corn or wafter or something, just something floating that try and grab their attention. The whole time I've been filming that little sequence, they've been on the top. Oh, there's a root there. They've been on the top feeding, swirling, splashing, so if you can't tell, I'm very, very eager to get a rod out. Tactics for the day are Nash dwarf 6-foot sawn-offs, 9-foot dwarfs, 9-foot scopes are too big here, let alone 12-foot or anything like that. Obviously people use them, but personally I'm all about that stealth, in and out, get a bite, get out, just keep splashing. You won't be able to hear them because of my mic, but I'm tying a wrong knot. Put that back in the bag. Give a size 7 wide gape. There's not really many rules on here in terms of barbed or barbless, but I'll go with barbless purely because it's a pattern I'm confident in. Bit of saliva to wet the knot down. Pull and a tug. Lovely jubbly. Extend the rod, make sure it's straight. Don't want to be casting wonky because of that. We'll go with that. We'll take it with us just in case though. I've seen them. Oh, I say they're still feeding, but they're on the kind of outskirts of the pads. Stop here for a minute. Ah! Oh my God. Mate. So close, man, so close. Current plan of attack is to move around to the opposite side where I had a look this morning. I've just had another look and it's a lot more shaded and the pads are bigger, so I feel like it'll be easier to get a bit of bread in the perfect position, whereas here, in the little pads I've been fishing, the gaps are so small and they're so finicky. It's just that every time it lands perfectly, they're spooking off it. So we'll head round there, give it a go. It's also a place that I can get the rods out in while I have some lunch. I can get them out on the deck, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they went. It. I'm gonna have some lunch. I'm gonna have some food. As you can tell by the lack of activity, nothing has happened. I've seen plenty of fish in here, lots of little roach, as well as some massive carp. Some of the mouths of them have been like oranges. But I need to refuel, so what I'm going to do is get the R3s out, get them bottom baits out. See, the thing is, this boat is like, right, oh, I just stabbed myself with the snag ears. Come on, twist, boat. Need the boat to go. Come on. Yes. Come on, get in there. I don't even think I'm in focus. Oh my God. Oh, what a character he is, man. So as you'd have seen, it's been a mega day down at the farm. Oh wow, what a fish, what a creature. Yeah, been difficult. Found them all on the top. Couldn't tempt one with a bit of bread. Just come around here, put the bottom bait rods out. One on a double bit of fake corn. This one on a Munch Baits king crab boilie. Just straight bottom bait, nothing complicated. And then we have, oh, don't be in. And then we have this beautiful little common on it. Look at that. As I was saying, caught on Munch Baits, bottom bait, on a little mesh bag of Munch Baits, crumb boilie as well. And there we have it. Oh, behave. Come on, fella. That's it. Oh, he's not a happy bunny. But yeah, there we go. Mega common. Gonna get the rod back out, hopefully get another one. Gonna get some quick pictures of her, slip her back. Look at the size of them fins. Awesome, awesome result. Let's get some photos and get it back. Underway. Right. Wicked, let's get that rod back out there. So as you've just seen, I've just had that amazing little common from the pads, and while I'm redoing the rods, I just thought I'd quickly run you through the rig that I used to catch him. Confidence plays a huge part in my fishing. Strong and reliable at the end of the day is what I tend to go for, and at this time of year, being it warm, fish are active, fish are moving a lot. I like a grubbing around mix. To go with that mix, I like to fish bottom bait as a match the hatch, because their heads are going to be in the sill on the bottom, feeding, moving quick from bit of food to bit of food to bit of food, whether that be yours or different anglers. So my favourite rig for this time of year is a slip D. I tend to fish a slip D either with the hook on the bottom with a little wafter on top, or everything just nailed to the deck, just lying in weight. I'll quickly run you through the components that I use to tie this rig. Size 5 twister from Nash. I'm using this in the micro barbed on this session. I like to use a little ring swivel purely then because I can use snowman hook baits or double hook baits rather than just a bait screw that only allows you to use one. I do prefer a bait screw purely for the speed of them. However, recently I have been fishing with a rig ring / ring swivel purely to allow me more variety in my hook baits. I've then got a little kicker that I've trimmed down to fit over the eye perfectly. That just aids hooking, nailing in the bottom lip. I've then got Nash skin link in the 20 pounds, I believe. Just a little break in the coat in there, just to allow that rig, that little bit of movement. I've then got the coating up to a lead clip. I've got a little tail rubber on there. That in conjunction with the coated braid just pushes everything out nice and neatly. Then got a lead clip on there, little 1.5 ounce lead. Normally I like a 3 ounce, however on this venue I'm going for a 1.5 purely for the lack of disturbance it causes. Obviously then got tail rubber, and then I've probably got, it's not all in shot there, but I've probably got about 3 or 4 foot Klingon leader, 40 pound, purely just to pin everything down behind the lead. Heavy, so if it rubs up against the fish's scalps, it's not going to lift them and cause them any damage. So that's what I use this time of year for my bottom bait fishing and my wafter fishing. Incredibly confident with it, and as you've just seen there, it's done me wonders. Onto the bait. This is the new king crab from Munch Baits, and when I tell you I've never been more confident in a bait, I have never been more confident in a bait. The first fish I had on it was 28 pound mirror. I'll throw a picture on screen now, and this rod was out no longer than 10 minutes and it's gone. Again, using little bag of crushed king crab and one on the hair or on the bait floss. Those two rods are pretty close together, so to me that tells me that they're a bit more selective in here, and they've gone for the king crab over the double bit of fake sweet corn and a little bit of pellet. So I'm going to get this rig back out there on the spot, ready for hopefully another carp. Please excuse the fact I've only got one shoe on. In the process of getting the fish out of the water, I somehow slipped and ended up with a very soggy foot. Oh, I just fell in, for sake. Oh, oh, you know. Oh, brilliant. I'll deal with that in a minute. For sake. Just in there. Perfect. What in the world has gone on here? I think there's a bream on it. Brilliant. Unfortunately, that is now the end of my session. It's been really good, really enjoyed it, learnt a lot. Definitely know what I'll be starting with next time the weather's like this, and the next time I'm up here. We'll definitely be bringing more bread as well, to give that a better chance, because like I say, I only had my sandwich today, which weren't ideal. But yeah, lovely comment to show for my efforts, and a bream as well, but not too happy with that. But it's part and parcel of it, I suppose. Be sure to check out Munchbaits at munchbaits.com. I definitely recommend the king crab to anyone who wants to give it a try. As you saw today, 10-minute bite, and I've had some very big fish on it so far, and it's only been out a couple of months, so yeah, the results speak for themselves. Thanks very much for watching, and hope to see you again in the next one. Right, now let's go home.